Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. It's about dinner time. I wanted to show you what I was doing in my kitchen for tonight's dinner. I'm doing pork chop in the oven. I'm gonna line my pan with some foil, make it a little easier to clean up. That's always a plus. What are y'all doing for dinner tonight? I would love to know. And then I'm going to put a rack over the top of this so that the pork chops are elevated and not sitting in the grease. And I'm going to spray that with a little bit of cooking spray so it'll be easier to clean up. And then I'm going to take these pork chops, and I'm doing easy tonight. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to lay them out on my rack. Pretty good size. They've got a bone in them as well. Let me give myself a little rinse here. My hands are rinse. And then we'll chat a minute. Okay, to mine, I'm going to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. I call it Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. I'm going to put a little bit of that on these. Give them a little bit of flavor and a little moisture. And then I am going to use my Montreal steak seasoner. I use this on a lot of meat. We love this. You can use any blend that you like. They have a chicken blend as well, and I'm going to douse them pretty liberally with this. Because pork chops are kind of like chicken. They taste like what you put on them. I'm going to turn them over. Give them another shake. And I'm going to put these in a 375-degree oven for about 30 minutes. You don't want to overcook pork chops because they'll tend to be dry on you. A little more Worcestershire sauce. And they are ready for the oven. Let me get my hands rinsed and we'll see what you guys are having for dinner tonight. Let me pop those in. Okay. What's for dinner at y'all's house tonight? It's always the talk of my segments this time of day. It's what's for supper. But you know what? We eat 3 times a day. And if you're at home and you're the adult that looks after everybody else as far as what they're eating, Kathy says, I have no idea. Kathy, you better be deciding, girl. Or either get some takeout because it's 5:30. It's, 5:30, 6:30 dinner time. I'm going to try to have mine ready by 6. We went out for cheeseburgers and fries. That sounds delicious, Angela. And Gay says she's having some leftovers. Oh, grits, eggs, and biscuits. Bootsy, I love that for supper. Vegetable beef soup sounds delicious, Kathy. I just decided to do something simple today. And I had those pork chops in the refrigerator. And pork chops aren't that expensive. So they're a pretty good buy if you're watching your spending at the grocery store. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes, Joni, sounds delicious. And Kathy says, this is takeout Thursday. I get it. I'll be doing takeout tomorrow night or either go out to dinner. It depends on what time the imaginary farmer decides to come home. If it's late, then I'll go pick something up and bring it back. And if it's not so late, we'll go get something. I've got tortilla soup going in the crock pot. That sounds wonderful, Bonnie. And pork loin and beans and taters, that's what Lynn's having. What else are you serving? Oh, a good question, Joan. I'm doing baked potatoes, which are already in the air fryer, and a salad. We're going to make it real simple and basic tonight. And that's what's going to be our dinner. Yeah, easy peasy. Where is gone this weekend? I'm not going anywhere this weekend, Kathy. Wake plays Clemson at Clemson, and we are not going to the game, so we'll be watching that on the TV. It's at 3:30 on ESPN, ACC Network. Sorry, ACC Network. So hopefully Spencer's ankle sprain won't keep him off the field this weekend. We'll see. He's been working hard to get that feeling better. Stuffed peppers and mashed potatoes with green beans, Betty, sounds wonderful. And beef stew with dumplings in my Instapot pressure cooker. That sounds wonderful, Brenda. Spaghetti here tonight. Marilyn, that sounds wonderful. We had spaghetti one night last week, and I think, yeah, I know that baby boy finished that up last night. And pintos and cornbread, Rebecca, that sounds wonderful. Love pintos and cornbread, and I love to put chow chow on my pintos or onion. Breakfast time here in Australia, so it's toast and Vegemite for me. You got it, Angela. You're just starting your day. We're getting ready to end ours. Isn't that funny that we can communicate like that? Pizza night in New Jersey sounds wonderful, Janine. And beans and cornbread sounds yummy. I know, right, Joni? I love beans and cornbread. Frozen foods, freezer clean out. I hear you, Jacqueline. Sometimes you have to do that so you can get new stuff to put in your freezer. I understand that for sure. Hey, Kathy Wilson Fowler. And Jennifer says she's having calzone. That sounds delicious. We had leftovers last night, and then I cooked, I did the soy honey garlic chicken on Tuesday night, I think. Hot dogs and mac and cheese. Wanda, that sounds delicious. Taco soup and mac and cheese and asparagus. That sounds wonderful, Courtney. We had asparagus last night. I always try to cook something that the imaginary farmer will eat and that baby boy will eat. And baby boy doesn't always eat at home, but, you know, I try to have something he'll eat. Did your asparagus like I did mine last night. I hear you, Courtney. I love roasted asparagus. Haven't seen you in a while. Happy to see you. Well, Jacqueline, I've been on here, girls, so just go to the page and scroll away. I've shared recipes this week and last week. And Kia by saying cabbage with potatoes. Lori and Doug, that sounds delicious. Burgers and fries, easy peasy. Yes, ma'am, Amy, I hear you. What did you do to your asparagus? I was like, Kathy, I put a video up. It's real short. You can watch it. I just cleaned it, washed it, and then, broke the bottoms off and put it on a sheet pan. And I put Montreal steak seasoning, a little bit of olive oil and Montreal steak seasoning, and I baked it on 400 for 35 minutes. And it was really good. And it was kind of crispy on the ends. That's how we like it. I had ham and scallop potatoes. That sounds wonderful, Sharon. And hello, Tanya. Good to see you on here. What else is everybody having for supper? Dinner. It's the dinner hour. I look back on the way I was raised, and my mama cooked every night, except one night she would get Daddy to bring home Libby Hill. But she cooked every night for a family of 6, sometimes 7. And, that's an all-day thing. Cabbage, potato, sausage stew, and cheeseburgers. That sounds delicious, Elaine. Happy Friday Eve. I know, right? Eggs and sausage here. That sounds good, Michelle. My Facebook algorithm must be mixed up now that I'm commenting. Exactly, Jacqueline. You got it. Chilly here, looking like fall in Alabama. Roll Tide, right, Tammy? Sweet and sour chicken sounds wonderful, Pam. Quick and easy 3 ways, Connie said. And grilled cheese and tomato soup sounds good. Becky, sorry this is off subject, but what is left for fresh vegetables this time of year? Yeah, good question. I know that there's cabbage and potatoes, and some farmers around here are still getting tomatoes. I saw that online today. So I'm not real sure. I know beans are in, like October beans and white beans. I saw that online as well. Lima beans. Chicken noodle casserole sounds delicious with homemade bread, Brenda. Sriracha and honey pork loin, potato and cheese pierogies, and butter beans. Laura, that sounds wonderful. We had sloppy joes and Paula Deen's rack and cheese. That sounds wonderful. I'm going to try to make the sausage McGriddle muffins I have on my page. That sounds wonderful, Kathy. Fried chicken tenders, pinto beans, fresh spinach, scalloped potatoes, and cornbread. Yum. Grilled cheese and soup for Linda. That sounds delicious. Anyway, I just thought I would show you what I was doing. Nothing real spectacular, but always good and dependable. But don't want to overcook your pork if you're doing pork chops in the oven. You want to watch your time on that. So anyway, I usually do 25 to 30 minutes and then check them for doneness. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening on Thursday. I think tonight I'm going to watch The Golden Bachelor. I have found that to be very good. It's an older gentleman who lost his wife to cancer, and he's looking for love. And so all the women are between 60 and 70, and it's been pretty entertaining. That's what's on tap for tonight. Rebecca says she's having acorn squash, and pumpkins. Yum. Great time of year for that. Cabbage and noodles with sausage sounds delicious, Linda. Sounds delicious. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Keep following the page. I thank you for following. And it always is good to see y'all, whether it's for devotions or just chat or for a recipe or what's for dinner. I kind of feel like in Cornfield County they did that on Hee Haw. Population 518. Actually, population 182 is watching right now. I'm not cooking, but because I'm packing for Myrtle Beach with family. Rita, you have a good trip, honey. That sounds like fun. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye now.